Hello, I'm Mr. Pickle Punch, and welcome to Chris Williams' video blog. Pickle very much.
From the Chris Williams portfolio of blogs, this is youtube.com/MrChris2004 in association with the Kansas Tech on You eBid shop.
Should the British police carry guns? I think they should, but I've just come back from shopping here in Cardiff, the capital of Wales, and what did I see? I saw the students in the United Kingdom who are currently protesting about tuition fee increases, and they were trying to fight their way into the shopping centre, and the police formed a human chain against the doors at the shopping centre, stopping me from getting out, and obviously stopping the protesters from getting in. Some of the protesters got in, and they smashed up the Vodafone shop. What has Vodafone got to do with student debt? Completely unreasonable. Too many students, the police struggling to get them under control, the students moving on to things which are nothing to do with academia. So, should the police carry guns? Well, this is going to sound a bit communist, me saying that the student protesters should be shot dead. No, that's not what I'm getting at. What I say is that the police clearly not sufficient for the police to just stand around and say, no, you can't stand here, move back, that sort of thing. But of course, the students then get aggressive, as we saw with the London protests, where there was so-called kettling, where you have the police vans being smashed up, you have the police getting injured. These student protesters have no respect for authority. And if I had my way, well, this might sound communist again, but I think the police and the army should merge, and then of course no one would mess with the authority figures. They have the democratic right to protest, but they don't have the right to beat up the police. And of course, you wouldn't beat up the army, would you, if they were doing the job of the police? I know that in Northern Ireland, they used to have the territorial army on every street corner, rather than the police. And of course, apart from the bombings and murders in general, there was crime under control. And you could say these student protesters are terrorists to some extent. There does seem to be an anarchist element to them. If I was still a student, I wouldn't go out protesting with graffiti written on my forehead. I wouldn't go with a placard that's not in tandem with what the news is talking about on the TV and on the internet for that matter. I think these students are just protesting for the sake of it. I went past the university main building there on, and as was the case last week, tied to the main fence a sign about how the students are opposed to an increase in tuition fees, because nothing to do with the university itself, and everything to do with the government, and the government does not live in the university building. So the protest were mounted against the university, and then they decide they're going to move on from the university to the shopping centre. Well, they're still not protesting in front of the people who are making the decision that they are protesting about. Because those ones that went off to London, well, David Cameron wasn't in to see their protests in the first place. Today, of course, he's in Zurich, canvassing for the 2018 Football World Cup, which I don't think England's going to get. I think Spain and Portugal are going to get it, but I'll be blogging about that soon when the outcome is revealed. But yes, getting back to my key argument, I think the police are struggling with handling protests. They try to handle them peacefully, but the students, and it's likely that other protesters will join in the next few months as spending cuts begin to bite. I think the police should, there should be the full riot gear. There should be CS gas. There should be batons. No, there should be full-on fights with the demonstrators to deter people from coming out with such over-the-top actions in demonstrations. They should stage peaceful demonstrations, but they shouldn't smash up premises. They shouldn't try to barge into shopping centres. Me shopping earlier on was nothing to do with the students and their argument over tuition fees, but the students appeared anyway. As I said a few minutes ago, what a student did got to do with Vodafone. The shop was completely taken over. I saw that the staff in the Vodafone shop were laughing about how when they had customers and they wanted to buy mobiles, all of a sudden they had students in there protesting about tuition fees. Completely ridiculous and immature. The students should grow up. Okay, that's all I want to say for this video blog. Do join for more over the next few days, weeks and months, assuming that YouTube lets me upload them. I know that there's been problems at YouTube headquarters recently, where when I try to upload, it goes along saying it's uploaded because the preview box doesn't come up, and that means that you don't get to see it until a later time. So hopefully this will upload successfully, and then I'll be able to continue blogging as normal, because I don't blog on a daily basis these days because I'm too busy. So until next time, it's bye for now. Bye bye.